What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Stark OJ, and I'm back here with the first video of 2022. With all the censorship stuff going on, it's just gonna be a static thing, and I might just switch between doing actual filming with my face on the screen and then just putting my avatar on the screen. So this is gonna be one of those videos where my avatar is just sitting there looking at you on the screen, or like my AVI, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's just gonna be sitting there looking at you, the screen, while I talk. So as you can already tell by the thumbnail and the title, this is a video about Sekke from Black Clover. Now, I know a lot of people are looking at me like, why am I making a video about Sekke from Black Clover, the Baja guy, the guy that just not that's pretty much a gag character at this point. So why make a video? I think that I'm making this video based on the latest chapter, that not the spoilers, but the latest chapter that came out this Sunday, officially came out this Sunday, and I want to kind of speak on it because I think that a lot of people are treating this as just a joke moment in the manga, and how it's not going to do anything, or it's not good writing from Tabata to use a character like this. Why don't he use like Leopold or anything like that? So I'm pretty much here to answer all those questions, but also kind of point out that calling Tabata a bad writer for this is kind of just mindless and shit like that, because just it's just typical, shonen fans with when a character like this gets shined because they can't stand it or something like that, or they just think it's a joke. A character that's always going to be a joke is never going to be able to level up or anything of that nature. So let's go ahead and get this started. Sekke is going from a gag character to a actual decent or great character. So yeah. So the first thing I want to start off with is kind of the first introduction into what we see from Sekke. We all know that Sekke pretty much trying to lured Asa into this force, like not like this fake camaraderie when they first met. Like, oh, if nobody else wants to be your partner, I'll be your partner. You'll get it. You'll get the hang of it and stuff like that. Keep on kind of keeping him up with the encouragement. So he was a little bit just waiting and hiding to to kind of just lure him into a false sense of security, and is thinking that, oh, he's going to be a friend and he's actually a nice guy compared to the other people. And we all know how that turned out. It turned out to him dissing Awesome and getting his ass planted into the fucking ground. That's how it ended. But I think that a lot of people, and ever since that, he has been a character that has been in the background. He's been made fun of, like he's a phone guy at one point in time. He takes his other two bros to meet girls and try to use his magic nickname to get with girls and stuff like that. Even after the fact that he pretty much only got accepted to the green, the praying mantises, because of the whole Asa thing, and he blames Asa for that. But other than that, he's used as a gag. Majority of for a big portion of it, the phone guy being in lucky situations to where he is right now. And I think that this is kind of where I'm gonna start kind of getting into what Tabata can do and what Tabata has done as a great writer. And I think that it's one of the things that I wish a lot more shonen kind of did for characters like Sekke. But I digress. Only a few are able to really pull that off. Oda, Oda does it. I mean, Senior Pink is a thing. Uh, Srirachi has done it with pretty much almost all of his damn cast. Uh, Hiro Mashima, Ishida became the MVP in one arc. So I feel like all those have taken gag characters and characters that have these big gaps and turned them into really great characters. And I feel like Tabata can do the same with Sekke. And here's why I say that. I feel like every single moment that we have seen from Asta, where it's in every single arc where Asta is mainly involved in, there is a cameo from Sekke in there. Whether they're all gagged. There's all him doing nothing but being the same, never changing, never trying to get stronger. While we see Asta grow as a person, it's we see him grow power level wise from that guy that everybody laughed at to the guy that is even having Captain revere him and want to protect him. guys who are the same guys in early arc that pretty much treated him like he was nothing but a pest. So we're seeing this recognition from Asta, while every single time we see Sekke, he's in a position where he is treated badly, like or just in a worse, like in a way worse position with no recognition. He's a Magic Knight, but he's got accepted by a squad. It took like Asta like what to Yami just to pull out the fear factor for and him standing up to him for him to even get into a squad. So we see this guy who has made it into a squad, maybe not the one of his choice, but has done nothing but been in some of the worst predicaments and situations ever. Like I feel like even though with the king, like the whole king attendant shit, he really didn't deserve it. So that's why you can see him sometimes weirdly laughing because he knows he's not that guy. So I think that that's also kind of just shows it because we're seeing two contrasts between two characters that a character that thought he was way better than Asta when he first got there to a character that is seeing that he's not as good as a Asta, the same guy that he pretty much bullied into it. So that's where we leading up to this next chapter. I think that when it comes to what I'm trying to bring, like what I'm trying to tie together, Sekke is a character who at first was cocky to think that, to see Asta lure him into a false sense of security as like, we're going to be the best of friends to try to destroy him. And that turned out, turned out poorly. While Asta has been growing stronger, Sekke has been doing nothing but being complacent and spiteful and hating on Asta to the point where he never even try to grow or anything of that nature. He never tried to get stronger. He never tried to move up. He never tried to do any of the things that Asa has done. So I think that what a lot of people gotta understand that there's a solid foundation there for Sekke to become a good character. It's always been there. It's just when was going to be the moment that Tabata had pulled the trigger on setting up Sekke for being good. Because I think that a lot of people might want to joke about this. He's a joke character. I get it. But at the end of the day, everything is there. I think that a lot of people are missing that everything was there. I mean, can you really think about a moment where anytime Asta was there, that Sekke wasn't there just being lame or anything of that nature? He's always been there. Most characters that get jumped off the rip like that and are destroyed, they pretty much disappear. Like they pretty much just disappear. Like they pretty much are just one-off characters. They never do anything more of importance after that. Like I said, the guy that fought, he pretty much tried to do something after that, but that was it. That was the end of him after he got caught and got jumped. So I meant like when it comes to Sekke, everything is there. He's been set up. He's been putting this in. Why is minor setups? I'm not gonna sit there and try to act like Tabata doesn't make falls or anything. It's a minor setup. He's just there. So I think that ever since we've seen him, Tabata has probably been building up to this moment. For me personally, it makes a lot of sense because he's always been there, while also is getting better at his craft, learning new techniques, growing stronger. He is always just there, not doing anything, not changing anything, in a worse predicament every time we see him until he gets to the King A, which he already knows he doesn't deserve. But so that's the build up right there. I think that if you go back and just look at every single arc that Asta has been a main factor in, that Asta has done something in, Sekke always makes an appearance, and it never, like I said, is either worse or it never changes. So I think the buildup is there for a character like Sekke. He's a great character that I feel like is definitely deserving of what we're getting from him. A lot of people might not want to think that, and a lot of people is like, oh my God, Sekke is this character that don't understand something. I think that when it comes to Sekke as a character, this is a great building block. He's been building blocks upon building blocks of just worst moments to show us in a different light than just, oh, here comes Baha Man. And I think that Tabata is a great choice with that. A lot of you might not think that because you don't watch shit like Gintama and stuff like that. You rather have the raw characters do every single thing, and the other characters just don't really matter. So like, where they just want really just raw characters to do every single thing. I don't think that that's the case of writing a really good cast. So that's just my thing. But to sum it all up, I think Sekke is becoming more and more of a more relatable character to some people. Some people always hate on certain people from always going for their craft, even though they might not start off the most talented. They think they're better than them, to the point where every time every time that they see the person they hate get achievements while they're still stuck in the same predicament, they don't realize that until after everything is like, until they see that person's growth full force. And that's a Sekke to Asa relationship. I think that what happened is, I think that what Tabata was, like I said, what I think that Tabata did was genius, was showing Sekke at his absolute worst, never doing anything, never changing, for us to have this moment right now. I think this what Tabata is doing with Sekke. I think more authors should do what they are doing. I think that all these unorthodox approaches to writing characters, they all have netted some of my favorite mangaka and have made my top 10 in like mangaka, because they take risk and do unorthodox things instead of the regular norm, even though people might think it's a bad idea. So basically, that's just it for me. I think that Sekke deserves his flowers and respect, and I think that honestly, I can't wait to see what Sekke does in the future. Where it's a sacrifice, whether it's just certain things of that nature. So basically, this is just how I'm gonna end it off. Damn, this I hate that I go 11 minutes, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm planning on doing a lot, some more videos, but I'm trying to get this recording out the way, and but yeah, just let me know if you got any ideas for videos that you want to see me talk about, or characters that you want to see me discuss. Leave it down in the comment section below. Share the video if just share the video. It helps out a lot. But yeah, hit the notification bell too, even though, yeah, just hit the notification bell. But this has been Stark OJ. Peace. This has been Stark OJ. Peace. This has been